So right now we're just going to do a bit of a visual selection. Like I say, we don't want any disease or parasite or anything in the shell that might spread throughout the hatchery community. We don't want any funny growth shaped ones. There's nothing wrong with the oyster, but we're just trying to select the best of the best. So I'm going to pass those over. You go on that one. That one, I wouldn't say has got much growth. It is growing, but it's not as active. So I'm going to put that as if it's a female. It's a funny shaped one. And there's a perfect oyster. You know, it's got a nice cup shell. It's not grown on anything. There is a bit of a dent, but I think that's just where it's grown. There's no dots or holes in the shell, and it's got quite a lot of growth. So I'm going to say it's a male. It's got something about it. It's a pinky colour. I'm going to say we'll leave that one out for this round. And this one has a sort of hole has been drilled into it. There is, I can't think of the name of the species, but there's a little, not worm, but there's something that drills into the shell anyway. We're going to reject that one because it's got a bit of a funny shape to it. There's an interesting one. So this is beech stock. I don't remember putting any on there that were that had oysters growing on them, but this has got a baby oyster growing on that shell. So it looks quite big, but I would say that maybe that has grown since the spring. I wouldn't put my life on it, but that is a possibility. There's also a bit of hole in this shell, so that one's going to be a reject for our program. That one looks okay, but there's quite a lot of this white other species on it. Again, forgive me, but I'm going to say not that one. Crepidula, I think is the name of that white crepidula worm. It's a bit of a funny shape, so we're going to say not this one. That one's a nice cup shell. Doesn't have any dots. It's got quite a lot of growth. So I'm going to say that's a male. Nice cup shell. It has got some crepidula. It has got a bit of an indent here. I'm going to put that to one side because I'm going to see what numbers we get. A bit of a funny shaped growth. And this is a perfectly cut shell. You can see a little dent, but I don't think that's much. So I'm going to put that as a male because it looks like it's got lots of rings. And we're going to carry on going through these 100. We'll be back in a minute.